Just listen to that blackbird singing away at the top of his voice. He should be on the tip of that tree there. But anyway, okay, my name's Ian, and welcome to my secret shed. I'm here for two reasons, really. One is to just annoy Scrapping Irish. All this gold bearing circuitry into these. Oh, that's the second 1 ton bag. But, gold. I've certainly filled it up a bit. Although we've been to the yard today. Well, I'll get to that. Yes, I've been for a weigh-in today, and this is the whole reason for the video. So I know you've seen the title, but you're going to have to bear with me. That's going to be halfway through this video before we tackle that. So I've been to the yard today, taking some of the stuff here, weighed in. I'll show you the prices in a minute. But the reason I'm here, one is to show Scrapping Irish all this lovely gold bearing circuitry boardy stuff, and the second is to do a little bit of work on the lawn. Oh, there's a big blackbird just landed on the roof. He's got heavy feet. Okay, well it's what is it, 7 p.m. in the evening here for me, so we're just going to relax. We've just had a day scrapping, so we're going to have a look at the lawn in a minute. We've just cracked a beer open, a steam brew. With a 5-litre bucket of water that appears to have some cherry blossoms in it. We're going to add some of nature's finest phosphate. And let's have a look at the lawn. Eek. Oh, let's put that down first, it's heavy in one hand. Right. So certainly the moss has been severely damaged. Still little bits of it lying around, but most of it is deaded. I did give it a good scarifying. A good raking. And then I seeded it. Is that right? Seeded it. It appears that the seed is growing quite nicely. If you look down, I say, get on your hands and knees, Ian. On your hands and knees. Amongst the mature grasses, you will see all these very fine grasses, and that's what I seeded about 3 weeks ago. So yes, it's coming on quite well. I'm avoiding giving it a mow at the moment. I don't want to pull the young seedling grasses out of the soil. Right, as I said, to help give it a nice bit of greenery, we're going to water the lawn. Loaf of Sheffield knows exactly what I'm on about, but there's plenty of phosphates in nature's finest free fertiliser, and you will just be surprised at how this greens the lawn. Right, I'm going to carry on doing that and finish my beer. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We didn't get a rusty lawn, so that's a little bit of an update on that. Okay, it's roughly a 45-minute walk home from this secret location, so I'll see you back at the shed. Yeah, so that's it, we're back home, and on top of that roof there is a duck on one leg. How strange. And there he is. Like I said, he was behind that tree. You do realise what I've just done, don't you? I've kind of let slip that the secret shed isn't actually 45 minutes away. Oh well, never mind. I don't think anybody even thought it was that far away anyway. So, let's get to the second part of the video. Got a car full of stuff here. Well, I went out with a car full of stuff. I went and weighed in at the Old Anvil Yard, the Scrap Trade Centre. But it seems that no matter how much I take to the yard, and I go to that yard every week or every fortnight with a completely full carload, it seems I'm really not making a dent in the shed. And I need that workbench space free for a ginormous fish. But enough said, and let's go and look at the prices. So I was really pleased with myself. I got rid of a load of iron, a load of aluminium, some copper, singles, VIR, and a car full. And I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, I made a load of space. And the prices weren't too bad. It's true that they've dropped a little. Old rolled ore is still £700 a tonne. Cast alley £720 a tonne. Singles has gone up £3,200 a tonne. And some new copper tube, £6,130 a tonne. Household cable, £2,020 a tonne. Number 2 wire, £5,550 a tonne. And mixed iron, well, that got me £185 a tonne. Give me a nice little trip out today for £216. But it's more of the fact that I created space. And then what happened? I left the scrapyard, and literally 300 yards up the road, there was this house, and they was putting everything on the pavement. About 30 plastic bags. There was furniture. There was a microwave. There was a Hoover. There was other electrical items. And I stopped and I said, hey, are you getting rid of those? And he went, yeah, you can have them if you wish. Take what you wish. And I did. You know, it's all in there. I haven't really gone through it much yet. There's a nice silver three candelabra. You know, there's some electrical equipment, even an electric blanket. Get it for the cord. Telephones, cords. There's other items in here. There's even this kind of trolley. Now, don't normally collect iron, and I certainly don't really want a trolley. However, I thought the casters would come in handy someday. Like I said, Hoovers, and there's another big vacuum cleaner in there somewhere. There we go. Boosh. However, this leads to the whole point of the video. An ethical stance. Right. So is there an etiquette in scrapping? Oh, do you like the new fence? By the way, it's still the old fence, I just overboarded it. But we're digressing. Okay. So as I said, talked to the lady and said, well, I talked to this gentleman who was emptying the building. The lady come out and I said, is it all scrap? She went, yes, take whatever you want. So I took the items, and as I'm doing it, they're bringing more and more out and furniture out. There was this, it's an old gentleman's house, and they was bringing out this old wooden furniture. It was a nice bow-fronted glass display case. I went outside. There was a nice elephant's foot pedestal dining table made out of proper wood, not your old plywood or laminates. So I talked to the lady and I said, what is it? Is it an eviction? Because the bed came out as well. She went, no, she goes, it's my father's house, he died. You know, I'm sorry for your loss. She's okay. She says, I'm not from around here. I'm from the USA. I'm from Texas. Houston. I can't say Houston. Anyway, she's from Texas. You know, and I felt that's bad. Guy's belongings all over the front lawn. But she said, I got to take what I want, and I did. However, in that lot, there was also like a big steamer trunk. So now I just left the scrapyard, and young Robert collects curios, and he's got a penchant for older things. So I took the steamer trunk, I went back to the scrapyard, I gave it to him, and I said, look, this is happening up the road, and there's old furniture there which has a value. He said, I'll come up and have a look with you, because I was going back up. He followed in the van, and we pulled up, and I helped him to load the furniture into his vehicle. Right, now this is the bit about etiquette. So the lady's there, and her father's died. Am I a ghoul going through his stuff? I felt that I couldn't go through the bin bags. I just took the scrap. However, Robert had a keen eye. He looked at this bin bag, and you could clearly see there was a cigar box in it. So he opened the box, and indeed there was a King Edward's cigar box there of some vintage. And of course, you know that these are collectible. That sort of like, oh, maybe I should look in a bag or two. And as I did, and inside that bag there was that candelabra. I was more looking for scrap items. Robert's a bit more canny. Anyway, Robert says, oh, do you like this? And he showed me it looked like a toy adjustable wrench. I looked at it, I said, I do like that. That's nice, that. But when I turned it over, I could see a little brass valve underneath. I said, that's actually a lighter. It's a cigarette lighter. And pressed the jaws down, and it opened up. It didn't light, of course. Eek. So this goes back to, what do we do? With the daughter present, do we root through all her father's belongings like some ghouls? I couldn't, you know. I would have done if they hadn't been there, but I couldn't do it with them watching. So is there an etiquette? Is there, among us scrappers, is there a line you just don't cross? You know, not blaming Robert, I'd have done the same. And he wanted, and he's like, oh, maybe there's more in that bag. I said, well, why don't you take the whole bag? Instead of like rooting through it, just take the whole bag. You can dispose of the rubbish later. And he took my advice and he took the whole bag. I don't know. I kind of feel kind of bad, you know, profiteering off someone's demise. But on the flip side, Enviro Clean had turned up right at the end. Now this is like a big open-sided vehicle, mesh-sided vehicle. Two guys are paid just to take the rubbish, throw it in and take it away. It wasn't a house clearance firm, so they won't be going through it. It had literally in the back of the vehicle, straight to landfill. I did ask the lady, I will admit, I kind of saw an opportunity, and I'm going to blame Brutus Metal Arts again. I said to the lady, I don't suppose you've any cutlery in there. She went, oh, well, there was, but I've already thrown all that away. She goes, and I think most of it was silver. She goes, it was tarnished, but I think it was silver. But it's gone. You know, my heart sunk just a little, just a tiny bit. So, bit of a strange updating video for you folks. You know, you scrappers out there, go on, put it in the comments. Is there ever a moment that you felt bad picking up some scrap? Now, I'm not talking about, you know, like James Gibson the other day. He cleared an old guy's shed out. I've cleared many old guys' sheds out, you know, taken all the tools, as James did. I was a little bit envious of some of the tools he got. But that's different because I'm going to do something with those tools, even if I'm going to hoard them until I pop my clogs. And then the wife says, anybody want to take any of this stuff? Come with an Arctic, you know. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about... I opened this one bag and it was full of all his hats. And I'm thinking, what a shame. You know, but this happens to all of us. What a shame, but this happens to all of us. But how would you feel on the other side with somebody going through the bags and going, I don't want that, I don't want that, that's worth nothing. Go on, I'm intrigued. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And for that, and I've got to go and clear my desk now to make space for making your fish. Fish! Comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Look at this one. Tell you what, we will end on a joke because we need to lift it up a little bit, don't we? So I was at the scrapyard and Scouse Jed was there again. Oh, and thank you very much, Scouse Jed, because I was having a look on the back of his wagon and he had some big cogs. I said, oh, I could do it then. He actually asked me, so you going on with the fish challenge? I said, oh, we're not there yet. So Jed says, oh, by the way, he says, I've got another joke for you. Not as bad as the last one. Well, wait till you hear it. So he says this guy goes into a pub. He goes to the bar. He says to the guy, to the landlord, can I have that much lager? Beer. Have that much lager in a pint glass, please. Fill it up with water. The landlord says, well, yeah, certainly, no problem. So he got this pint glass, and he poured that much lager in it, filled it up with water, gave it to him. The guy went, thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. That's still part of the joke. And the landlord says, If you don't mind me asking, it's a bit strange. A third of lager, a pint of water. The guy looked at him and said, well, he says, if you had what I had, you'd do the same. And the landlord says, well, what is it you've got? He says, 30 pence. 30 cents? Oh, I told you it was a bad joke. See you lot in the next one.